Howdy, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Tyria Talk. This is not Tyria Talk. It's not Tyria Talk. It's not Tyria Talk. Howdy, folks. Richie Procopio, aka Bog Otter here, and I just checked the mail outside, and I got this interesting letter. And it actually has the Guild Wars 2 seal on it, which is extremely exciting. And on the front, it is actually addressed from, the sendee is Divinity's Reach, the Royal Palace, Office of Ceremonies, which apparently is in Seattle. So I just figured I'd open this up and kind of share with you what the contents are. Now, let's see. I want to open this, but I don't want to bust this seal. I guess, oh, it's ripping. This is terrible. This is terrible. I have this awesome wax seal, and I'm just going to have to kind of ruin it. You know what I could do? Hold on one second. Okay, I actually sliced open the side so I can open it up without ruining the pretty seal, and we will see what's inside. Oh, very nice. The Queen's Jubilee, which we know is the next patch. It says here, to commence August 6th, that's next Tuesday, by royal proclamation, Her Majesty Queen Jenna of Kryta welcomes you to join the citizens of Divinity's Reach in celebrating 10 years of her rule. Okay, and at the bottom it says, Her Royal Majesty Queen Jenna will personally dedicate the new Crown Pavilion. All right, if you notice, the great collapse of Divinity's Reach now has a big tent over it, and they are building the Crown Pavilion there. And it's going to be an open ceremony with contests to celebrate the indomitable spirit of the Crichton people. Hot air balloons stand at the ready across Tyria to convey celebrants and well-wishers of all races to Divinity's Reach. That's interesting. And I got a couple cool little postcards here. This one looks like part of the center of Divinity's Reach, the atrium area maybe. And this one looks like I think I've seen the bigger picture on the Guild Wars 2 website of this one. That looks like rocks in the front there, and Bram is standing next to him. You can't see that in the picture. So hopefully we see Bram and rocks again maybe in this patch. That'd be really cool. Now, the details of what's coming into this patch have been released, and I just want to take a moment to go through them because they are pretty awesome. Relating to the Queen's Jubilee patch, we have hot air balloons are going to be available. You can find them around the world and hop a lift to Divinity's Reach to see the celebrations. You are also going to have an opening ceremony. It's going to be probably a living story type instance to see Queen Jenna opening the new gladiatorial arena inside of Divinity's Reach. I think it's really cool, by the way, that we're going to have reasons to go to Divinity's Reach, because a lot of the events and living stories taking place on Lion's Arch. So we get to, that's one of the most gorgeous capital cities in any game ever, and I'm glad to be spending some time in there come this patch. There's going to be this Ignite the Beacons. I'm not sure if this is a mini game or not, but it says you can take a torch from a torchbearer, race around a course to light all of the beacons of Kryta, and that's inside of Divinity's Reach. And then you're going to be able to enter the Crown Pavilion. That's the big gladiatorial combat arena, and you can test yourself in a mini zone featuring mighty representations of humanity's enemies, and you're going to be able to get unique rewards and stuff like that. And you're also going to be able to square off against bosses, unique bosses in single combat. And yeah, that sounds really fun. I'm totally into like one-on-one, throw these bosses at me and see. It says it's going to be increasingly more difficult. I can't wait to see what the strategies are for that. Now, we have some other news in the patch. There's going to be watchwork mechanisms. All right, it's the latest and greatest innovation in Tyria, according to the website. And you're going to be able to use this as a currency to buy items like new rune and sigils, tonics. There's a new sovereign weapon set you're going to be able to access, but you can also use these watchwork parts in new crafting recipes. And they even mentioned this watchwork portal device, which allows you to create a personal portal. Can't wait to see what that's like. Is that going to be like a way to give non-mesmers a way to use portal, or is it going to be just like a way to circumvent waypoint costs? I don't know yet, but that sounds very cool. There's also a mini watch night. This is a new mini that you're going to receive for completing the Queen's Jubilee meta achievement. Now, some new features for the game. These are some huge changes for a lot of different players. All right, the account wallet. This is going to be a place that you can store all of your, currencies in the game. Guild Wars 2 has been notorious for different currencies, and now they're not going to take up bag or bank space. Dungeon tokens, karma, laurels, guild commendations, fractal relics, badges of honor, all of that stuff gets put into a currency tab now. Gems, glory, all that stuff. And I cannot wait for that. That is going to be such a great change. And kudos to ArenaNet for doing this, because this is really just, all this does is it does goodwill to the player base, right? It actually, does not help them make money at all. It might actually prevent them from making money, because I'm sure some people have bought extra bank slots or bag space to actually hold this stuff. So kudos to ArenaNet. This is a great change. There's also the PvP solo queue for structured PvP going in. People have been asking for this for a long time. So you can now queue up solo and get into PvP matches in a competitive environment, and you don't have to worry about being matched up by a full team or fighting against a preformed group. So that's really awesome. And there's going to be an entirely new leaderboard for that as well. There's going to be bonus rewards for dungeons now. All right, now you're going to complete a dungeon, and you will get 1 to 3 gold for an explorable mode, depending on the length. So now some of those longer paths might actually be worth doing for extra gold. You also get 50 silver for story dungeons. Now, the catch is you get this gold when you complete the dungeon. If there were bosses and events earlier in the dungeon that actually used to drop coins, now those coins will be removed and added to the, now you get the reward at the end of the dungeon. So it's trying to give people incentive for doing more unique paths, and that's for finishing a unique path every day, not for farming the same one over and over again. So they're trying to make it so that people aren't, just running like COF speed runs, because that's the most lucrative thing, and I think that's a good thing for the health of the game overall. Champions are going to have a loot update. All right, all the champions of the game now have a bonus loot chest or bag when they die, and these bags have a chance to have rare crafting materials, items that award skill points, and a lot more. Now, the skill points might not sound sexy right now, but we've heard things from different interviews and stuff like that eventually they're going to add more traits to the game and new weapon skills and new skills to different items, and they might use skill points as more of a way to advance your player at once you hit max level and stuff like that. So skill points may be something that becomes more worthwhile long term. And some other just quick things. Mini games are going to have a rotation, so you're going to be able to access them in Lion's Arch, and you're going to be able to go through Sanctum Sprint and Keg Brawl and South Sun Survival and Crab Toss. So those mini games will come back on a permanent rotation. World versus World Supply Mastery. Now you can increase this skill line and pick up speed. So supply pickup speed, courier speed when you pick up supply, and a chance to get supply back when you use it. So that sounds pretty interesting. And there's a bunch more. You can check out the Guild Wars 2 website for all the details. What do you guys think of this patch? Let me know in the comments below. I'm super excited. This lands on Tuesday, August 6th. I cannot wait for my currency wallet. I want to put all the things in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, favorite, subscribe, and all that great stuff. And I'll catch you next time. Take care.